And aloha! Welcome to the Blue Note Fan Report. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and I'm your host on the only program that is by a fan for the fan and absolutely about you, the fan.
So are you Guy or Dee?
Ed Danowski.
You're not in Hawaii?
I wish.
To Mr. Gary Younger.
Hi, Dee.
Hey, sir, how are you?
And Brock, how are you doing?
Doing great, sir. Doing great. Honored to have you on the show.
You know, I had the privilege while I was in the forces, in the Canadian Armed Forces, to take the Stanley Cup to Afghanistan. Only hockey fans would deploy to Afghanistan where it's 105 to 135 degrees every day, and they'd take their hockey sweaters and play ball hockey. This is a year for the Leafs. The Leafs are going to win it all this year. One of the players down the line said, "You got to be kidding. The Taliban got a better chance of winning the Cup than the Leafs."
Let's not go Blues. Oh my goodness. I don't know what else to say right now. I'm in pure disgust. The bitch line is open. And yes, I said that. You want to call and gripe? It's the gripe line. It's open. You know how to get a hold of me.
You know what I'm at?
Hey man.
I
do not know what to say.
I feel stupid for believing in these people. You know what? I bought it hook, line, and sinker. They're gonna survive. They're gonna be there. They're gonna show up. And every time they don't show up with heart. They get behind. It's just frustrating, man. I'm bummed out.
Yeah, I mean, Joshua Ian says tough game. Ryan Green, the look of disappointment, disgust on O'Reilly's face as the team left the ice is something I never want to see again. Mm-hmm. It's so sad to be in this position. But what are you going to do? You basically now I want to read these numbers to you, right? Think about these numbers. Okay. I'm not going to tell you which way I'm reading the numbers. I'm just going to read them straight up. You ready? 32-26, 48-52, 0 for 3, 0 for 4, 10-8, 44-20. Shots on goal, 32-26. Face-off percentage, 48-52. Power play, 0-3-0-4. Penalty minutes, 10-8. Hits, 44-20. Blocks, 10-17. Giveaways, 16-7. Which one won it? The first numbers or the second numbers?
I actually think this is your trick question. It's actually the second numbers, but it sounds like it should be the first number.
First number, right? The first number was the Blues. Yeah. They outshot them, out-hit them, right? The giveaways was the only thing, mm-hmm. And I think a lot of the giveaways was toward the end. Hey, Sly Fox, I sent it to you on Twitter, buddy. I sent it to you on Twitter. At least I think I did. At Sly Fox. So check your Twitter.
And that's what's depressing. It's like
I didn't forget. Damn it. Okay, here we go.
We don't have an answer for these guys.
We don't have an answer for these guys, right? Ian says the Blues make me mad. Ian, you're not the only one, my friend. You're not the only one, buddy. Let me bring Jeremy in here. Sorry about that, Jeremy. That's on me, bud.
You're good.
I put it in, but sometimes I forget to hit the little arrow thing to send it. So, this is. They're done. I mean, they're not winning 4 in a row, and I know that. They were not making it out of the first round. They're not making it to 6 games. Maybe they make it. They win the next one, but they go to Colorado, and Colorado's going to wipe them up, right?
Yeah.
But I don't even see them winning the next one because you outplayed them this game. You outplayed them.
Berube's got to literally shift everything. Shift it all. Have Costin playing, Joshua, every person that could play that is not Tarasenko, Sanford.
Everyone's bitching about Tarasenko. I'm sorry. I didn't think Tarasenko had a bad game.
I'm not saying that Tarasenko is playing bad. What I'm saying is if Berube and the Blues want to get one to absolutely, put some pride on their name, shift the lines completely.
Yeah. Well, let's go over these comments first. VADR, I'm half in agreement with this, half not.
Okay.
Why in the world would Berube call an empty net when we're down 4-1? Honestly, this season is such a disappointment. I think #fire Doug Armstrong, and I honestly would have Berube on a hot leash next year. First of all, Berube. Then his next comment's going to really warm your cockles. And Brock's already seen it. And then your next couple, if Berube gets fired, I'd like Jim Montgomery to succeed him. Yeah, no. And you know what? Maybe I did, but I'm doing the best I can. I'm supporting my boys. You know that, okay? I'm supporting my boys. Now, VADR, I'm going to go back to your comment. First of all, this isn't Doug Armstrong. Doug Armstrong put the best team on the ice that he could based on the salary cap and what was available to him. I have no issue. Oh, I can't look at that. Hold on, man. I got USA on, and they got some guy all beat up. I'm about to lose my lunch on here on you guys. Ooh, that looked bad, man. I'm not about to sit here and blame Armstrong for this. No. I'm sorry. This is on Berube, and I know up above me he's about to stab me. We have not played the right guys all season. And we're not going to go there, okay? I don't want to go there yet. We go there on the next game. Justin Scott says, hey, it's disappointing, but I'm not sad. We are very handicapped right now. We don't have DP, Falk, etc. It sucks. But we all knew Colorado would do this, and it's rough. I will always love the Blues, and that's hockey. We got to stick with them through the bad times, too. And, Justin Scott, great point. Great point, man. Great point. Okay, I got Richard here. Richard, you're the voice of reason, right? What did you see in this game? Why couldn't the Blues beat the Avalanche? Because, in my opinion, they outplayed them. They absolutely outplayed them. Couple flew, but the Blues couldn't score.
No, I completely agree with you on that game. Plain and simple, Colorado outplayed them. They are clearly the better team. They were better on all aspects of the game, and that's not insane that the Blues played poorly. They played average. It's just Colorado is that good.
Yeah. So tonight, you don't think that the Blues outplayed the Avalanche tonight?
No.
Really? Why don't you think? No, I want to know this because, looking at the numbers, I read the numbers, and you would think that the Blues won this game, right? Shots, 32-26. Face-offs, almost even, 52-48. Power plays, both over. Hits, 46-20. Blocks, 10-17. Giveaway, 16-9. The first set of numbers of the Blues. They're better numbers throughout the board, other than giveaways, right? The goals that Avalanche got, other than one, was a junk goal. The last one, the fourth one, not the empty net. The fourth one, that was the only legit goal they got. Right?
That was a beauty. We can't.
That was a legit goal. The first one was just got played wrong. Right? Just got played wrong. Okay, fluke goal. Second one, Mikkola turns his body, it doesn't go in. Pops up in the air and goes in the net. Fluke goal. The one that Newhook scored, wide open net, 2-on-1, they got a wide open net. Okay, that's you're not going to miss a wide open net. I'm not going to call that a great goal. Okay, especially the way he fired it in there. And then you got the fourth goal, that was the only legitimate hockey play goal in my mind. Right? In my mind. And maybe I'm wrong, but that's in my mind. I can't see how you can, and I'm being honest here. I'm not, I'm not trying to poke holes in you or anything, Richard. I just can't see how you can honestly say, other than the scoreboard, that Colorado didn't get outplayed, at least the first two periods.
Well, for first two periods, I thought that Colorado and St. Louis were very close, but for third period, I think it all just came crashing down. Like, St. Louis, to me at least, they looked slow. They didn't look ready to compete with the intensity Colorado came in with tonight. And I was expecting St. Louis to win. I put them in my game day pride picks that St. Louis would win tonight. And I was frankly disappointed by how slow moving they looked out there.
Yep.
Well, it also doesn't help that they have slow moving players.
Yeah. I mean,
They had to.
okay, I got to give Ricky Hockey a little credit. He's been, he's been at my chop, but he goes, even if they weren't great goals, but look at we're 2-on-1 breakaways. Breakers always lead to quality chances, and the Avs made the most of it. Okay.
True. Yep.
Right. I'll give that.
That's a good one.
Right. Jeff, don't be calling people names, man. That's mean, man. I'm not plugging that up, Jeff. That's your second warning, bud. Come on, man. Don't go there, please. Adding on, I want the top six to be Blaze, O'Reilly, Perron, replacements for Schwartz, Shin, Costner, Thomas. Oh, the replacement for Schwartz, Shin, Costner. Yeah, I mean, coming on, we can see that. I'm kind of with you. He said earlier, I like Tarasenko, but he has not been the same since his injury. You probably don't agree with this, but I'd trade him for someone to replace Schwartz. Okay, here's the problem. You can't trade him. He has a no-trade clause. It is not a modified no-trade clause. It's a straight no-trade clause. He's not going anywhere.
If Doug Armstrong could pull a Jim Ruff, I keep saying this, and it possibly could happen because I could see Armstrong doing it. Armstrong could go to Vladdy and say, look, we're not going to be able to give you the time. We're not going to be able to give you the shots that you need. We're not going to be able to give you the time on the ice that you need because you're not the same guy. But Seattle can. Remove your no trade clause. Become the top guy in Seattle.
With the no trade, he's still eligible. Well, the only thing that I think, and this is what I don't completely know about, and me and Richard talked about this before. We don't know about how this eligibility works because he didn't play enough games. He didn't play the 70 games between the two seasons to qualify, right? Because he didn't play the games. He was 2 games short. So I don't know if that means that he doesn't have to be protected, or if he still has to be protected, he's still draftable even though he hasn't met the games. He's just not considered one of the ones that they have to make sure is available. So I don't know what that is right now. I just don't see that happening. I really don't. And here's the thing that I think a lot of people don't realize. He hasn't really had the right amount of time to get himself rehabbed and back into this. Hey, STL Blues Clues, welcome, man. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan. I'm joined today by my producer extraordinaire, Jeremy the Fox Miller, Brock Banner from STL Fan Report and the Hockey Writers, and then Richard Campbell, my friend from way up north from Sports Street and the STL Fan Report. Guy, you getting drunk yet? No, that's probably coming later. That's probably Sunday. Rookie Hockey says he isn't eligible for the draft. Rookie, I've heard it both ways. I got to go in and try and ask. I got to look at a couple agent friends that I know. I'm going to kind of ask them how that works. Actually, I know Tarasenko's agent, so maybe I'll just ask him.
There you go.
Go ahead.
Just let everybody know that Winnipeg went up 2-0 on Edmonton, Connor McDavid.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of a bit. And
Connor
Paul Stastny got the overtime winner. So
Connor who? He hasn't done a damn thing in the playoffs.
Well, no, I'm saying Paul Stastny. He's a former Blue.
Stastny, former Blue,
Yep, former Blue.
We traded him. You know,
Former
here's one I wish
Avalanche.
we would have kept around. That was one. See, you know, sometimes the fans really don't understand the game, and they just, you know, trade this guy, get rid of this guy, get rid of this guy, and sometimes management reacts to that.
Mhm.
And I think management reacted very bad to the Stastny situation.
Yeah.
They could have easily signed Stastny for a little less money, and he's done well when he went to Winnipeg. Well, when he went to Winnipeg the first time, right?
Yeah.
Then he goes to
Vegas.
and then he goes back to Winnipeg. Vegas trades him to Winnipeg. So, you know, there's maybe keeping him a little bit longer might have been the right thing to do. I don't know. Shattenkirk, you know,
Shattenkirk would have been
might have been one that we could have kept. But Shattenkirk, I heard, was asking for astronomical money. And until he got in that second to third D pairing in Tampa Bay, he really didn't come out. And in with the Ducks, he didn't shine there either. Right, in a higher pairing. So that's what I got to say there.
What somebody brought up is a pretty good thing. Stastny scored for the Jets. Duchesne scored for the Predators, both ex-Avalanche players. And the Avs did what they did.
Okay, now here's STL Blues Clues. And hey, man, make sure you're following me, Blues Clues, or send me a message. Don't want to talk to you later. Paulie Walnuts wouldn't have thrived on the Blues. I feel like he's a discount O'Reilly too slow. Possible.
Yeah.
Justin Scott Shattenkirk isn't really good, to be honest. Okay.
Right.
Dude, Dante Zinfono Litter. This is going to get a hold of me so we can talk to him. Maybe he's a guy we might like to have on the show, you know, or get my Twitter, at least get our Twitter going, get some more talk on our Twitter, right? That's what we're trying to do. Get more. Actually, we're doing better on views on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
We went from the 30 range to the 50 range, right?
That's not bad.
That's almost that's a 75% increase.
Yeah.
Right. Almost 100% increase. I'll take that right now. You know, let's keep that up. Paul Stastny. Now here, Jose said a great statement. Paul Stastny gets in front of the net, 30 goals.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Agreed. And that is something the Blues missed all year.
Mm-hmm.
All year. We never really had that big body net fronts presence.
Question. Do the Blues?
Hey, can you bring your camera down a little bit, Jeremy, so I don't cover your face all the time? There we go.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Obviously, season, unless the Blues somehow win 4 in a row, which if they do, holy hell, that is a miracle. Do the Blues go out and try and get bigger rather than?
You know what? No, I think the
guys?
Blues go out and get faster. They need speed, right? Okay. Jeff Horseman says the Kachuk boys. First of all, Matthew Kachuk has said he's not going to St. Louis. His dad has come out and said Matthew will not play here. Right?
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Brady, on the other hand,
you can never say never.
Well, yeah, but I think he doesn't want that pressure of the hometown.
Yeah.
Right?
Brady.
Pressure.
I don't think Brady's leaving Ottawa anytime soon.
Yeah, me either. You know,
maybe
you could trade for him. Maybe you could trade for him.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd have to give up a lot.
No, you wouldn't.
To get Brady.
Not with Ottawa. I think you could give up. You could give up a first next year, a first and a second next year, and a third the year after, and get him.
No, he's too solid in Ottawa right now. Him, Norris, Stützle, those are untouchables.
Brady doesn't have. Yeah, no. Matthew has the bad rap. Brady doesn't.
Yeah, Matthew's got the bad rap.
Matthew has the bad rap. Brady up there in Ottawa has been solid. You know, it's Matthew. That's Matthew on Calgary. Yeah. Justin Scott says the rumor was we were going to try and get Hall when he was open. You know, that was just a rumor, and I don't think that it was ever viable. I think that was to drive the price for Hall up. I really do.
And
Blues
honestly,
with
Do you think
Jeremy.
that's going on with Jack Eichel then? Because again, Jack Eichel's been a name they've
Now
floated
that
that's
a
think Jack's
name.
moving.
That's a name that I look at Jack Eichel and I go, Okay, he's had his issues there, but look at what he's had around him. Look what we have here.
No, I hate to burst your bubble right away.
Okay.
But Buffalo's expecting 4 first-round picks, a first in this year's draft, a first in next year's draft, and 4 first-round pick players.
Oh, no. You're not getting that for Eichel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you can forget
Eichel.
that.
They'll get it for Eichel.
No, they won't.
Or-
No way. Absolutely no way. No way.
If
Hey,
they
man,
get a
we're
team
getting some
desperate
good comments
enough,
today. You
they'll
guys
get
keep this coming. Bring Oshie back. That's not going to happen. He's going to end up in the Kraken. I think he's going to go
You know
home.
what? And honestly, with what's happened with TJ, I don't think TJ would come back to St. Louis right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Blues Clue says Eichel is possible, however, going to have to give up a lot. Army might be willing to do it. No, see, you know what Ryan Green says. That's way too expensive for him. I think you can. You know what? Here's what you're going to do. You need to get in a negative bidding war, right? First of all, nobody's going to offer anything. No one's going to take that offer. So you go in and you offer something so low that they can take that offer to somebody else and get a little bit up. And you start building up to a point where you say, nope, enough's enough. And you get to that top offer.
Kevin Adams and I can't remember dude that they just got from the Penguins have already said if Eichel's leaving, they want 4 first-round picks, whether it's 2 draft picks and 2 first-rounders that play in the NHL or 4 first-round NHL players. They will not do anything less for Eichel.
No, you're not getting that. You're not getting that. You're not getting that. Where's the beers, boys? Give us cheers, man. I wish I had grabbed a beer. I could use one right now.
Yeah, Diet Coke.
Right? He's a Coke man, and Richard, I don't think
Baja
drinks either.
Blast.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey,
I wish I should go grab one of my
Can
one of
I
my
ask
things.
Richard something?
Yeah, fire
Richard,
away.
What was your take on the Montreal, the Maple Leafs game? I mean, was that a bit of a surprise that the way that ended up, that Montreal was able to win that game? I know they lost Tavares. What's your take up there in Canada where you're at?
Absolutely, good question.
Very good.
I honestly didn't watch it. I had work until 9 and just went straight to bed, so I'm not able to tell you how they won. Sorry.
I will say this. I got to watch the highlights, and that Paul Byron shorthanded goal was an absolute thing of beauty. He was on his knees, and but rookie hockey has got it dead on. And I know that Stevie Y would do it because look at what he did with Anthony Mantha. He traded Mantha, got a first, got Verana, got Panik, and he got a second in next year's, or he got a first this year.
Richard's your Red Wing man. He's the man that he's.
He's the Red Wing guy.
Yeah, he's the Red Wing guy. Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I don't.
Okay,
I still think.
Do you think
Richard,
they would do
is that
for
too big of a price for Eichel?
I don't think we'll be giving up 4 first-round picks anytime soon, but I can see us coming up with a package surrounded around Philip Sedin, for first-round pick from Washington, a second-round pick from our team this year, and maybe a throw-in player, but that's the best we will be able to do.
Because Eichel seems like an Yzerman player. Do you see that, Richard? I mean, like the way he plays, I could see that meld of Yzerman saying, "Ooh, if I could just put him on a line with, Bertuzzi and Verana, if they keep Verana, that line would just be evil."
Well,
So
I
Jose
think
brings up a really good
is
point.
trying to build in Detroit, build it from the ground up, and I don't think Eichel fits that philosophy of building from the ground up, considering he's already 25 years old.
Right.
We do need another centerman, but I think we get him this year's draft if we get lucky in the draft lottery, but I just don't see us getting Eichel.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jose brings up a good point. One person we've been missing since winning the cup is Maroon. Armstrong has to know that Clifford isn't the guy. I think maybe he'll make a play to give a better offer to the big rig to come back. No, I don't, because the big rig's got one more year. And the big rig, here's what I know happened. Okay. The big rig said he would come back for right at, just a little bit more than what he was making that year. Right. And Armstrong basically told him,
was he making like $2 million a year?
He was making one. He was making a flat one. And I think he said I'd come back for like 1.5. Right. And that was a doable number. Right. Yeah. And he even got less than that in Tampa Bay. But he told him, look, I want to come back. And Armstrong just said, we want to bring the young guys up. Right. We want to bring the younger guys up and let them get the time now. We're gonna, we brought you here. You got us the cup. Thank you very much. But we think it's time to bring the young guys up. And because of that, he goes to Tampa Bay, wins that cup, and he's got a chance at winning the third cup. 3 cups in a row.
Yeah.
That's at this point, he's that player. He is that style of. Yeah.
I think if
he's the rook, he's a rook, right? He's not a pawn. He's a rook.
Yeah. Absolutely. If
Tampa and he came in as a pawn, but he quickly made himself a rook, and he's been a solid rook, right? In a chess game, a rook isn't the strongest player, but it has its advantages in the right spots.
Sure. Especially when you have when you have 2 good knights, a good king, and a good queen. Kucherov, Stamkos, those are your knights.
Yeah.
Braden Point is your queen right now.
Yeah.
And Victor Hedman's the king.
Yep. And then you
move those pieces around. That rook is protecting.
Yep.
No, Richard says
absolutely.
No.
And that's what I see. Justin Smith says, who do you guys want to see St. Louis try and go for in a trade? You know what? Right now, I don't know. I'm going to have to look at things. Keep Hoffman and bring Reeves back, expose Vladdy to Seattle. Well, first of all, keep Hoffman, I agree with. Right? I would love to see St. Louis keep him. However,
I don't think they could afford him.
No, it's not that. It's not that. I know for a fact, and I can't say how I know this, Hoffman is leaving St. Louis. I know this for a fact. Hoffman is not going to resign in St. Louis. Right? I know that for a fact. It would absolutely surprise me if he signs in St. Louis. That's how solid I think my information is. Mm-hmm. Right. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Right.
But I would like to see him back. Reeves does not. Okay, guys, everyone says we need to get tougher. No, we don't need to get tougher. We need to get faster. Speed. Look at the division. Look at the division we're going into. Not the one we were in, the one we're going into. Colorado, Arizona, Winnipeg, Minnesota, Nashville, Chicago, and I'm at Dallas, right?
Yeah.
I'm missing one. Supposed to be 8.
Winnipeg.
Oh, I thought I said Winnipeg.
What about oh God.
Oh, St. Louis. St. Louis is the other one. There's 7 of us. I said L7. St. Louis is the 8th team. But you look at that division. How many of those are speed teams? Mm-hmm. I'd say Colorado, Arizona,
you can put
Minnesota,
Dallas up there.
Minnesota, but we've got Minnesota's number, supposedly. Winnipeg has gotten some speed. Nashville's building towards speed.
Yeah.
Dallas is getting older. They may start getting younger, right? Yeah. It's not being tougher. It's being faster.
Uh-huh.
Agree or disagree? I'm going to ask this one straight up.
Okay.
This is my opinion, but I'm going to go around the horn. Start with Jeremy. Get faster or strong or beefier?
Well, being that your coach doesn't know how to play with speed, he's going to try and get beef. So the only way you can get faster is get rid of Berube. And then that,
we've had that. Faster. We've had that discussion. What do you think there, Richard?
What I think the Blues need to do is do a little retool. As look at that division. I don't see St. Louis even winning a playoff round in the next couple of years. So what they should do is go into a retool, miss the playoffs for a year or two, get longer, get rid of the players who aren't part of the core group, and then go for it again.
Yeah, see,
Like
I don't think we need.
something similar to what Nashville should have done to at the trade deadline. Deal away the veterans, don't resign Schwartz, don't resign Hoffman, get rid of Vince Dunn, and bring the youngsters up like Jordan Kyrou, see what you have. And you should fire Berube and hire Quinn from New York, who's just got fired, as he is the perfect coach for this Blues team.
Well, actually, Earl, I disagree with you. We do need a retool. We don't need a rebuild. There's a difference between a rebuild and a retool.
Yeah.
Right?
I just want to say, Richard, that is an awesome quote right there, man.
Yeah.
David Quinn would fit this team so well because he dealt with so much speed in the Rangers with Panarin, Zibanejad.
Okay, go ahead. Brock.
Go ahead, Brock.
Okay, first of all, we're not eliminated. We're in a bad situation. We can steal 2 games. Come on, let's be optimistic. Let's not call it a season. Okay, let's just figure that's the reality. We're not eliminated, so I think it's kind of maybe a little bit poor taste that we're even talking about this.
Okay, maybe it is. You're right.
That said,
okay,
that doesn't make us a bad fan because we question or that we're disappointed in the way the team is. Personally, I think the team is going to need to get some beef and to get bigger and grittier and be able to grind out these finesse teams. And I think the fact is
that doesn't work. You don't beat a finesse team with finesse or with brute. You beat a finesse team with speed. You beat speed with speed.
I mean,
right? You know what? Hold on. I know you're disagreeing with me. You always disagree with me. First of all, this is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and you are watching the Blue Note Fan Report on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We're 30 minutes in, and we got 15 people watching. That's like a record. Keep it going. Keep sharing this out. We really appreciate it. Joining me tonight on the War Stories Coffee post-game show is Mr. Brock Banner. Up above me from the Blue Note from STL Fan Report and the Hockey Writers. Right over here, I got Richard Campbell from Sports Street and St. Louis Fan Report, my man up north there. And then on this side of me, I've got Jeremy the Fox Miller, my producer extraordinaire on the Mike Zook Enterprises post-game discussion. Well, guys, great show so far. So let's keep it going. We got people sharing this and watching it. And hey, everybody out there, don't forget to throw those thumbs in the air, man. Don't forget to throw them in the air. Let you know like us. Right now, we got some love from Jordan York. We got some like from Earl Smith, Caitlin Rhodes, Ian Parnell, and Ken Smith. I appreciate it, guys. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate that. Riveter 101, what's your prediction for the next game? Ooh, Ravetar. You know what? I honestly don't know. I'm going to have to think about that really hard. In fact, here's why I won't give a prediction. Because Wallman can come off. Wallman is off protocol. He skated today. He skates tomorrow. We should see him back. That's some strength. Well, and I know I've been banging Wallman, but I think might be a little bit, I don't know. Our defense played pretty good tonight. Mm-hmm. Right? The defense played pretty good tonight.
I mean, you could take Wallman and put him in for Reineke or.
Yeah, I could see that. Reinike's really,
he's young.
Yeah, really young. So, and the other reason is there's a good chance Perron or Walker comes off COVID tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Right? Kind of looking at the days. I think there's a chance.
Well, I think Perron, they were saying, is still at least another 4 days.
Yeah, Perron, they're saying is a game 6 or game 5, game 6 decision.
Okay,
yeah, maybe.
So we'll see.
I think, but I know that Brock's been trying to get something out, and
what's trying to get out, Brock?
Well, no, just that. Number one, that I don't want to be in poor taste and lose the season. I think we need to get beefier on the line. The whole thing with Berube, I might be willing to look in a different direction, but I don't know that I'm ready to just out and out fire him the day after the season. But
here's what I would do with Berube. Okay, let's just say, for the sake of argument, that I get made the GM tomorrow. Ba-ding! Okay, I'm now the GM of the Blues.
Hey, can I get a free shirt?
So,
AGM.
If I was the GM of the Blues, I would keep my mouth shut until after the series is over, right? Or till after the Blues are no longer in the playoffs, right? When the blue season's over,
right?
I would bring Berube in and say, okay, look, I understand what you want. Unfortunately, we can't bring those type of players in, or we're what we have available because of the cap. You got to look at that. I'm trying to work with you. I can bring speed in, but I can't bring that toughness in. Can you rework your system to bring that speed in and allow some of these faster guys to play? If he says, no, I don't want to do that, then I would say, thank you very much. It was great having you here. We'll see you later. But I want to give him the opportunity to grow, to adjust to today's game. He doesn't have the same bodies he had 2 years ago. That is exactly where I'm coming from. So you guys now you guys can say what you want to say. I'll let you go.
Okay. I'll do this first. Berube has had the same type of players that he's always played since he has coached in Philly, since he has coached in everywhere that he's been. I can't think of all the places right now. But if you see a Craig Berube team, it is always big guys with little guys, scoring the goals, but the big guys, the big rough guys doing what they can to interrupt the team, or rough it up a little bit.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that.
Okay.
Most of the guys on this team is speed. Look at Kyrou. Look at Blaise, Thomas. I mean, obviously Thomas might not be back, but either way, you've got speed
Thomas will be back
on this team.
Thomas will be back.
Not from what I've heard, but
he's an RFA. They can't let him go.
They can trade him.
Trade him. That's it. I don't see that happening.
I don't know. I mean, either way, I think that he's had way too much time to try and retool and learn how to be the work with the speed guys. He had him in freaking Philadelphia. He had Giroux. He had Voracek. Two speed guys.
I know,
and he barely played him. He didn't play Farabee. He barely played Shen. That's why Shen came to St. Louis. But he can't work with speed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but okay. But here's the thing: can't or won't. There's two different things here, right?
I don't think he will. I think
it's more of a won't than a can't. Mm-hmm. I think if he got put under the gun, he would. Right? And that's, look, I'm not saying fire the guy. I'm not. I really do like Berube.
I know, but what I'm saying is, why are we spending energy doing this? Nobody's talking about firing them except you. I mean,
you know what? Listen to the groups. Go into groups. Go into a lot of the groups.
No, so here's my point. I'm not trying to be personal to you, guy, but I'm saying it's like guys on shows get on and start chirping about how bad the coach is. Nobody's saying it from the team. I'm not hearing players come out and saying that there's a problem. I'm not even secretly whispering. So, it's just hard for me to understand that there's so much disharmony going on and we're not hearing about it.
Because you know what? There is some whispering going on in some very different levels.
And that's the thing. You don't want to badmouth your coach while you're trying to do a playoff run.
Yeah.
You don't want to
that's
badmouth
true.
your coach while you're in the playoffs.
Brett
The
Hull did it to
whispering
Mike
happened
Keenan.
earlier.
Brett Hull didn't care about Mike Keenan, did he?
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
What
now
could
hold
be-
on. St. Louis Blues Cruz brings up this point. He says it's not on our coach. You can't teach speed. You just have it. The best combo is speed and size. Well, here's my issue, Blues Cruz. We have speed, but we're not using it. Costin is on the bench or in the pass box. Mikola, for the majority of the season, has been in the press box. Wallman's been playing. Mikola's been better, right? And here's, I hate injuries because everybody has them, but how different would this team be if Oscar and Gunnarsson were healthy? Oscar's the bigger loss. Now, that's the one that we're not talking about. Sundqvist back next season. That's the bigger loss. Sundqvist is an energy guy, penalty kill guy, which would really help the penalty kill.
Yeah.
That was the bigger loss to me than Gunnarsson.
I was going to say Gunny. Yeah. I think Gunny's on his way out.
I mean,
this was his last year.
But I got to tell you, he's a good player. He's Stanley Cup champion, man. I don't know. Just people just so dogging these guys. It's like a year after they freaking helped the team win the Stanley Cup. You guys are ready to flush him down the toilet.
Well, no.
No.
I'm looking at the Gunnarsson thing as he's been hurt way too much. He's been out a lot.
Who, Gunnarsson?
I think that.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, yeah, he's out for a year. I mean, he can't help that.
No, he's been out. He's had other injury issues.
Right. I
in
think
his tenure here.
I don't think he's going to go to another team. I think he's going to retire. I think he's going to medically retire.
Yeah, he's. I don't think he's coming back either. I think that's the right move for him. He's only at 1.25. He's not a high end guy, right? Hold on. Justin Scott had something he wants my thoughts on. I'm not going to lie one bit, but I'd love to have Matt Zuccarello on our team. He would bring speed, but it wouldn't happen, I don't think, because he's on Kaprizov's line. That's it's still a possibility.
They would have to trade for Zuccarello, and I don't think Armstrong could put a package together for Zuccarello.
Not.
Yeah, well, you never know.
Well, it's not that he can't come up with a package for it. It's that he won't. Zuccarello just signed a new deal, and for divisional rivals, it just makes no sense for the Wild at the moment.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's true. That's a good point. See, Richard, this is why we've got you on. I'm going to start calling you Encyclopedia because you just spit that stuff off like that. I could never do that, man. And Richard, you're getting you have the best hair tonight, so I wanted you to know that. Jordan wants you to know
flow.
that. Ryan Green says, I don't see Army wanting someone like that, and I don't know. What did you think about getting a goalie too? Okay, I'm going to stop everybody there, right? You cannot put this on Benner. Benner has played absolutely outstanding this series.
Okay.
He really has. I don't think many goals are on him. I think it's on their team goals, not just Benner goals. Husso, who has another year, we have Evan Fitzpatrick and the other kid, I forget his name. Yeah, Dante, I seen that. Dante threw his hat and broke one of his fiance's wine glasses, so he's in trouble now. I just lost my point.
We have Fitzpatrick and the kid in the OH or not the OHL.
Yeah,
CHL.
That's the one I just talked about. Fitzpatrick and I forget the other one. But yeah, so we've got some good pipeline coming down, right? I think Husso hasn't played badly this year, right? He hasn't, and I'm okay with that, right? Hoffer. Thank you, sir.
There you go.
Hoffer. Yeah, that's the one I couldn't remember.
Hofer, yeah, right. Joel Hofer,
yeah.
Yep.
Right. So Ryan Green says Benner was the only player that came to the playoffs. I won't say the only player, but he's definitely been the one putting out there. No, I'm not putting it on Benner. I'm just saying, okay, not on Benner. It's a team defense. What I was talking about, Tanner says, Michael Dante, at least you have somebody to be in the doghouse with. That's a good point. What happens if Benny gets 6 of us wants to go? Well, Benny's stuck.
Okay, Benny's stuck, right?
Yeah, he's signed a 3-year no trade clause. Right?
It's a no trade or is it no movement whatsoever?
No trade.
Okay.
He's got a 3-year no trade. We don't sign no movement clauses in St. Louis. Very rarely, right? And then he's got a modified no trade after that. I have to look it up. I could be wrong, but I know it. That's why everyone complained about that being a 6x6. It wasn't. It's a 3x6. Because after that, you can get rid of them.
Right.
So I'm okay with that. Huso needs more experience at the NHL level. I agree with that. Yeah. So I'm with that.
Here's a question. All these rookie goaltenders like Nedeljkovic and Sorokin, and obviously we haven't seen Kaapo Kakkonen in the Wild and Vegas series, but they were doing so well this year. Obviously, this is the last game of the series for last game, quote unquote, unless they win. Yeah. Does Huso get the start, or do you put in?
No,
Benner?
You keep Benny in the net. It's his series to win or lose. It's his series to win or lose. You don't pull a goalie. You don't pull a goalie on a must-win game like that. No, let's put it this way: if Berube did that, I could see him not being back with the Blues. That is a no, right? I remember a couple of years ago in 2016 when Hitch did that. Right? He switched. He had
Elliott.
Jake Allen in. And Allen lost that game 5 in St. Louis, and he went back to Elliott. And when he was asked, he said, because it was Elliott's series to win or lose. It was Elliott's series. So straight up, that's you don't make that on that last game, right? Not when he's your starting goalie, right? I'm gonna hold to that. I'm gonna absolutely hold to that.
Yeah, but don't you want? I get it. But wouldn't you want to get the kid a little bit of playoff experience?
You get it to him in the AHL. I'm sorry. No, you not. This isn't the time. This isn't the time or the place.
Why would you want Huso to this game? Like, I just don't understand the logic behind this. Bennington's been pretty good for the first 3 games, so I don't see us pulling him in this moment. And in terms of Huso getting playoff experience, I don't see St. Louis making the playoffs in the next couple of years. So why does it matter if he gets any playoff experience?
No, I'm hoping you're not right there. But Tanner asked a good question. What's the difference between a no movement and or no trade clause and a no movement clause? Okay, a no trade clause means you cannot be traded to another team. A no movement clause means you can't be left unprotected. You can't be waived. You can't. You have to stay on that team, right? If there comes a point where they decide to waive you, they have to pay your salary. It's the same as what happened with Albert Pujols, right? He is getting his full salary this year from the Anaheim Angels.
And still
the Dodgers are paying just a minimum. Yep. Right? The Dodgers aren't paying him that much because he's getting his full salary. Right? And in the NHL, it's the same thing. So a no trade, if you have a no trade, you can go to the expansion draft. If you have a no movement, you are not part of that expansion draft. You have to be protected, right? Yes. So that's there.
Now,
well, we're getting about down to it, guys. We've got about 10 minutes left, maybe a little left. Okay. I want to catch something else here. I hope the Blues somehow get Backus back in the organization, but it seems like Minnie is his hometown. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I would like to see Backus in like a coaching situation. I think Backus in a coaching role in St. Louis would be really good because you want a guy that can deal with power, or deal with beef, and deal with speed to help out Berube. There's your guy. Backus would be perfect.
Steve Ott feels that toughness need on the Blues coaching staff, though. Ott brings that exact thing you just said into their coaching staff, so I don't see Backus steadying anytime soon unless if you fire Ott.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that Ott is one of the top. Obviously I could be wrong, but I thought Ott was one of the top guys going for the Buffalo job.
Wasn't the top, but his name has been mentioned. Yeah. Right.
Well,
I think they may talk to him.
I think they may. Granado's the guy, isn't he? Granado?
Granado right now is the guy. They haven't given him the actual job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce
They-
Boudreaux
he's
is also in
He's
talk.
still an interim, right? He's
Yeah,
still
he's an interim.
Yeah.
So they could still talk to Ott after the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, hey guys, you know what? I just found out my wife has a meeting that she needs to go to, and it needs one of my laptops. So we're
Okay.
gonna have to call this a little short. Real quick, let's give everybody a chance to tell everybody where they're at and what they do. E. Guido says Montgomery out and Backus in. He's not assistant coach ready. He's not in that level
No,
yet.
Backus
I'll be
isn't that
out.
ready.
Okay, Jeremy, tell everybody what you got going, bud.
Well, I'm currently in school and trying to run the podcast, but not doing very well. But I'm here. You can find me on Twitter at my personal JMiller911419, or find me at Sly Fox Sports Pod. I'm gonna try and start writing again for the St. Louis fan report, but
Yep, you better.
I'm trying, balancing everything.
We need you.
So, but if not, I'll be producing here.
Yep. Hey, Richard, what you got going, boss?
Just work and watching for playoffs. That's all I have time for.
Yeah. Well, I know you got your Norris. Me and Brock are working on, or not your Norris, your
Vienza. Yep.
Venza. Yeah, we got that. We're working on it. We're going to try and get it out this weekend. And I know you're working on the Heart, correct?
Yes.
Nice.
Say again.
Yes, I'm working on for Hall.
Okay, Brock, what you got going, bud?
Just gonna be working on a couple of stories. Really, kind of an end of the season. I hate to put like that. I just gave you guys a big lecture about keeping the faith, but kind of looking at end of the season and where they go from here. I guess you and I will be doing a lot of talking about how we want to do the show next year. So a lot of planning for next year for the show.
Well, hey, just so you guys know, if the Blues are out, we're still playing 6 shows a night. We're going to go every night, 8 p.m. Central Time, and talk about the current situations, right? Not just with the Blues, but because remember, the playoff contest or the pick'em contest runs through the end of the playoffs. So we got to keep covering that, right? We got to keep people informed. That's our job. We're not just Blues fans. We're hockey fans. And as hockey fans, we got to keep them informed, right? So, hey, everybody, this is Guy, the Y Blues fan, saying aloha, mahalo, let's go Blues. There is no show tomorrow night. Sunday is at 4 or 3 Central, I think. I got to kind of work my time out. Hour before puck drop. And I can't wait to see y'all. Aloha, mahalo. And look at Blues Clue says that's respect. I appreciate that, buddy. You know what? Maybe we can get you on a show soon. Aloha, mahalo. And you got to know I'm bleeding blue with you. So let's go Blues.